Hi guys, this is Divakar from the Innovation Roots and Lean Kanban India organizing team. I'm standing next to Mike Burrows. It's a privilege to be standing next to him because he is one of the top thought leaders in the world as far as Kanban is concerned. He's the author of Kanban from the Inside, and his latest book, Agenda Shift, is up for grabs. Let's talk to the man himself. Hi, Mike.
Hi there.
It's an honor to be talking to you, and it was great talk. It was great, being a part of your keynote and your session yesterday. Both of them were amazing. So I just have a few questions for you because it'll be great if the viewers get the opportunity to listen to you as well, right? So. Can you give us an overview of what you had, talked about yesterday and today in your keynote?
Yes. Okay. Well, yesterday's talk, I was given for a previous conference, the Eurodev conference in Sweden last year, a very deliberately provocative title, "Scaling Agile and Scaling without cross-functional teams." So I took that provocative title and used that as a way of exploring how organisations become the way they are. And are there lessons that we can learn about scaling and about organisation that we can pragmatically learn from those examples? Three very different examples: a startup, which I was CTO of, a global department in an investment bank that I once led, and then more recent some sort of digital projects in the government sector and in the private sector, where organisations that have had too much of their capability stripped away, broken supplier relationships and this kind of thing, and how they began to develop a new agile capability. So from those three very different case studies, sort of abstract some principles of organisation that isn't just about sort of idealistic dogma. You can only be agile if you have a cross-functional team. Yes, we would love to have cross-functional teams, but that's often not where we're starting. Yeah. Right. So that was yesterday.
Yep. I completely understand what he's talking about. For the guys who have missed out, we'll be uploading the videos of David's keynote and his session on YouTube. Please make sure you check it out. The second question that I have for you is you're also going to be presenting a workshop, right, on Bengaluru Flow Days, wherein you'll be talking about Agenda Shift. Yes. Can you give us an overview of that?
Okay, well, it's a 2-day workshop, so I'm doing this in collaboration with Patrick Stayett. Patrick and his wife Alette have developed Flow Lab, which is a set of simulation tools that allows you not just to simulate, one particular scenario, but it's a bit more flexible, and it allows practitioners and organisations too to explore different problems of flow and how you might tackle them. And we know Patrick. Patrick isn't just about Kanban systems within delivery teams. It's also about things like upstream Kanban, customer Kanban, and things like that. Much more end-to-end kind of thinking. So much more end-to-end than you would get with Get Kanban or my own FeatureBan game, which was an early inspiration for Flow Lab. So some great stuff that he's done. On the next day, Monday, we're doing an agenda shift day, so that's all about change management, change leadership, using the same kind of tools that I described in my keynote this morning. So a very, it's a change process that's really rooted in lean agile values, lean agile process. I mean, there's different sessions of the day. They have names like discovery, exploration, mapping, elaboration, operation. Well, that sounds like a delivery process. And that's no accident. We want a change process that models the kind of behaviours we want in an agile organisation or a lean organisation, that's consistent with the values, integrates modern techniques like Cynefin, clean language, Kanban, lean startup, hypothesis-driven change, all those kind of things. So that's what we'll be playing with on Monday.
Right.
Yes.
Sounds very interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. I just have two more questions for you. The next question I would like to ask is about, both of us were there yesterday, and we saw that David pulled off a surprise by launching his latest book, Fit for Purpose, which was a pleasant surprise for all of us. So what are your thoughts about his new book? What do you expect?
I'm not sure what to expect, but there's certainly a couple of things I'll be looking for. I alluded to them in the panel session we had last night. So David joined us for the panel. And without having read the book, without knowing the content of the new maturity model, what I'm looking for is a model and tools that, in the words of my keynote this morning, is generative rather than prescriptive. So rather than saying you must do this, tick, 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 in this order, These are tools that help us gain insight into how things are for us now, what obstacles are in the way of things being better than they are now, what obstacles are in the way of us achieving the outcomes that we want. And if it can be used in a way that is outcome-centric and generates options, both innovative and based on existing bodies of knowledge, including Kanban, if it can do all that, I'll be very excited. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yep. Thanks a lot for that. And last question for you is, what is the message that you have for the organizing team at Lean Kanban India 2017?
All right. Well, as I said at the beginning of my keynote, this is my 4th time in India, and 3 of those 4 times have been courtesy of the Innovation Roots team. So I'm very grateful to you for inviting me. I always feel sort of energized when I come to India. It's an amazing country. So I'm very grateful to you. I've always enjoyed the conferences. It's been great to be here. I've tweeted stuff. I've blogged twice while I've been here. So it's a very stimulating environment, and I'm very grateful to have been invited.
Thanks for all the feedback, but it's an honor to have you here at Lean Kanban India, and we hope to, have you for many years to come. And thanks a lot for your time, and it was great talking to you.
Very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you.